Hey guys, this is just a for you review of this electrical T-post insulator that I use. This is from Cove, and it's a wrap around. You can see there's no connection anywhere. It wraps around the T-post. You see how it wraps around the whole T-post, so there's no chance of breakage or being separated. And then this pins here, it comes like this. You would separate the pins, you just take out these tabs, so you have these tabs that you separate from it, and then the shorter one is where your electric fence wire would go, which is in through this crack right here. It's hard to do this with one hand. We just go in here. That's where you would lock your electric wire fence through there. Now that's a pretty good size. That's over a 1/4 inch by a 1/4 inch more than, so your poly ropes would definitely fit in there, no problem. And then this other side, this other one will go through this hole right here, and this will lock it into position on the height along the T-post where you want it, so it prevents it from sliding up or down. It locks in within the grooves, and I'll show you where it is. So now, as you can see here, I've had this for more than 4 years, so they're looking dirty, and it locks it in position in between these spikes right here, and you can put it whatever height you want. It stays like that. I like the white one, not because it gets dirty, it does, but it matches the top right there. You see the top, and it looks nice. So I've had this for over 4 years and zero issues, zero problems. The goats have ran through these while they were learning, and they did not break at all. Now my cow, when she was a baby, these tabs here are strong. When a cow, when she was a baby and she didn't know about the fence yet, and she touched it and she ran right through it, the wire broke. But this connectors right here stayed intact. Stayed intact. No sign of weather, rotting from weather. No sign at all. Unlike these lock jaws that I bought. See, lock jaws, I bought lock jaws also. And as you can see, I've reinforced it with zip tie. These are the worst things you can buy. I bought it for a specific reason, but they were cracking and breaking, and I had to remove several of them already, and the ones that are here, I put a zip tie so it doesn't come off. But I used to have it here, the lock jaws. Let me go on the other side of this fence here so I can give you a better view. I put lock jaws here just for the simple fact I was trying to keep the wire consistent and not touch the electric wires to the post. But see, this is how I did my corners. I use this T-post corner connections, and it goes down to another T-post there with another connector. That's how I secure the solid corners, because you have to put some type of significant tension on the wire so they won't sag. But my original position here was on these corners here. I had lock jaws, so it rounds off that corner nice and easy going to the other side. But what happened to this lock jaws, and I think the concept is pretty good, it could be better, but the type of plastic they used or material deteriorates quickly. So even if there's not a lot of pressure on it, these start to crack on certain places, and their grasp starts to weaken. Even after a year, they're already no good. But this one's here, I just had to zip tie. It's decent for now. It's not getting a lot of tension on it, but I wouldn't trust this. So now I had to fix my corner, and I had to figure out how the way to do it without engaging my T-post. So my fix was, as you can see, I used a PVC pipe. This is a 1 inch or inch and a half, maybe a 1 inch. This is a 1 inch pipe, and that's what I used for my corners. What I did was, on the slots where the lock jaws originally were, rounding that off, I just used my table saw, just cut a notch, just deep enough, not too deep, just deep enough for the thing to set in. And the size of your blade, the width of your blade is actually wider than the wire, so the wire has room to wiggle. So when you're putting tension, when you're trying to tighten up your fence, it's not stuck in here. It actually still pulls. So this is what I did for my specific configuration. So you can see here, I use this PVC pipe all the way down, just right there, and that, with a T-post corner setup, is how I did mine, which originally had lock jaws on those corners. But this is better. I'm not worried about it breaking anymore. I'm not worried about it getting displaced, because even if this came off, it's still gonna be on. It's still gonna be on the PVC pipe, not making contact with the post. Therefore, the fence is still active. And so over here, as you can see in my support here, the T-post, which was pretty close to the wire, I just cut a slit on one of my PVC pipes. I just cut a slit with a table saw, and then just slid it in this notch there, and it grips right there, and just preventing these wires from touching the post. And so these right here are the best. These are the best. Stays in place. Stays in place. As long as they're in between the teeth, they will not go beyond that. Cow proven. Yeah. So, yes, I highly recommend this. This is from Ken Cove. Website Ken Cove. I think it's a KENCOVE. That's their name of the company. And they sell farm supplies there. And just look at their fence insulators, electric fence insulators for T-posts. And yeah, so this is the view of my electric fence line right here. There's my mini Jersey over there. Somehow she doesn't like to eat that hay. She doesn't want to touch it. I'm gonna have to put, I looked online and they said dilute molasses and then pour it on it and they will eat it. So that's what I'm gonna do, so that doesn't go to waste. So yeah, she's on the smaller pasture right now. That's also, that right there is a feeder I built for them that feeds this side of the pasture and that side of the pasture. I built that feeder, so I just have one feeder to feed both sides. But that was built specifically for square bales because I couldn't handle round bales at that time when we had goats, and then when we got our first cow, we still had the square bales, and that was just where I put them. That can hold up to 3 square bales in there. They put their heads, well, I kind of blocked it off right now, but if you remove the slats that are horizontal, you'll see, I'll give you a better picture of it in a little bit. But so this is where this fence line ends, right here. up to there, and then it connects again beyond that. And over here I just have a electric fence on top. The rest is this regular wire fence. I have chickens. That's my chicken house over there. Let's just walk over there. So this is my chicken coop underneath all the trees. This building was already here. It was used to be a pig pen, I guess, on the previous owner, but I fixed it to where my chickens can be in it. There it is. This is just one of the sides. Just giving you a walk through here. Oh, they just love to push that over, that composter right there. There's that door. They added that door and that window there. I still have to modify their layer basket. Oh, you can see one of them. They're very young right now. There she is. They're about just a little over 2 months old. I only have 5 of them this time. We used to have more than 10, but then they started eating their own eggs. I'll just show you my electric charger. I use a Patriot. This model right here. I picked this specific one because you can run this on AC or DC. For the simple fact that if we do have power outages, I have an option of powering it with a car battery. And right here, this is already ready. I just unplug that one from AC, and then I'll just push this one in. This is attached to a car battery, which is inside in here. In case if we have a power outage for, let's say, several days, a car battery can run this maybe a couple of weeks or so, no problems. So at least the energizer will still be on. That's just the breakers for the 2 different pastures. If you want to turn off the electric fence from one pasture or the other pasture, those are just the breakers for it. So yeah, I love this one right here. Works really well. Worked well for me. Good, gives you good jolt. I highly suggest it. I'm not affiliated or promoted by any of these companies. I'm just giving a review of my experience with it, and yeah, I like it a lot. Just let me share this with you guys. This used to be for goats, but now it's for 1 goat and 1 mini Jersey. This is their little shelter area. If they want to get away from rain, they go in here, and also have a feeder in here. That was for the goat, but now I modified it to be for the cow. When I put fresh cut lawn grass here, I put it down here, and I had to enlarge this one. Her head goes in here, and then the goat can go in here. This used to be for the goat, but as you can see here, that's only 4 foot high right there. My mini Jersey fits through there perfectly, and I built it this way so I don't have to have a, if I want to lock them in and I don't want them to come out, I just have my pulley system right here. So all I do is, sorry about the movement, I don't have a gimbal or anything. I'm a broke YouTuber. I just disconnect this, and if I want to lock them in, I just, or lock them out if I'm cleaning this area. If I want to lock them out, there you go. So that's what I did, so I don't have to be going in there to try to fight them off and try to fight them off from coming in or going out. So that's a, because I also have another door right here. If I want them to come out or if I need to come in, this is what I go through here, and then that's for them. And if I need to let them in for shelter, or if I give them some feed over here, I just, it's hard to do this with one hand. I'm gonna do it a little bit at a time. With one hand, it's a little tricky. So hook that up there. It's not heavy at all. Even my kids could do it. But yeah, that's what I did. That's what I made, that easy access door without me having to walk in there and get messy. Just wanted to share that with you guys. So as I said earlier, I wanted to share this with you. My the feeder that I built, it feeds, you see the wire fence is right in the middle. it feeds this side of the pasture and that side of the pasture with just one feeder. And so yeah, I built this, and I had a mid-sized jersey. I had 2 mid-sized jerseys at that time, and this is the height I built for them. Their head goes in here. It doesn't waste any hay. This design does not. They put their head in here, and while they're eating, their neck can pass through here, keeping their heads locked, and it prevents them from wanting to pull out all that hay. So while they're eating, their head just stays in there. The only way they can come out is you have to lift their head all the way up here and come out. And the waste is very, very, extremely minimal. So that's how I built this one. So over on this side you can have 2 openings here. So I had 2 mini jerseys at that time, so they can both eat at the same time. And I just locked that other side over there. I just have to unscrew that. I locked that for a reason, because the goat kept jumping from here to there or going in. So that was my other goats. They're not here anymore. We used to have several goats. Now we only have one. We have a mini nubian male goat. That's what we have left. The only reason why we kept him is because he's the best friend of our mini Jersey, Love. So they stay together, they keep each other company. What's up, Fudge? You causing trouble today? This goat always causes trouble. Such a male goat. Hey, Love, you came out of the shelter over there? Yeah, so I have that one. This is designed differently. This one's heavy. I just have that lifted up with wood, but that's where they go in for shelter. Winter or rainstorm, they go in there and come out to feed on this side of the pasture. So you guys okay? You guys all right? You okay, Love? Yeah, she's just a year and a couple of months. We're about to breed her, and hopefully that works out well, so we can start milking. We'll see what happens. But yeah, these are mini Jersey. She's short, just under 4 feet to the shoulder, because she can fit through that hole right there. That's less than 4 feet. So she's about, let's see, I'm only 5'6". When I stand next to her, she's just right on my hip. Right below my hip on the shoulder, I guess. So yeah, just above 3 feet maybe on her whole body. So yeah, I just wanted to review that with you guys, share you our little homestead, and share to you my reviews of the electric fence insulators and charger, and how they have been very, very good. I recommend them, except the lock jaws. I don't know now if they redesigned it or changed their quality of the plastic they use, but 4 years ago I bought it, and no good. No good. I'm letting this pasture rest a little bit. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please click like and subscribe, and share if you like. Thank you so much. Have a good day.